men in that 40 to 50 age group, I suppose, who are experiencing increased isolation.
Can we go down that rabbit hole of men and mental health and suicide, right? And from the age group and demographic for men, is there a specific age group and demographic who are more vulnerable than others between the whole age group of men?
Yeah, it's quite interesting because it does vary a bit by where you're looking. For example, we do know that young men, 18 to 25, have increased rates in suicide and mental ill health, but there's a particular age group in that 40 to maybe 55, and then older people who might be in care homes, for example, who are also dying by suicide or really by loneliness at an increased rate. Here in Queensland, there's a particular demographic of men in that 40 to 50 age group, I suppose, who are experiencing increased isolation, especially in the rural and regional areas throughout Queensland. And as I say, it's quite hard to measure suicide rates because you have to have a trigger point for that person to actually be counted as someone who has died by suicide, which is a really hard step to kind of look at and analyze. But it's as they lose that kind of sense of purpose and meaning, which I think probably brings us back to the beginning of the conversation around finding community and building resilience through activity or through whatever it is, whatever kind of output you're trying to drive or force you're trying to drive, that a lot of men are losing that as they age and losing that connection to community around them as well.
Are there any specific trends for men from 55 years of age in terms of mental health trends you're observing?
I mean, not anything that we don't already know or anything that we haven't probably already talked about here today. I suppose going back to the isolation and social isolation and how the media has impacted anyone. I mean, I know we're talking a lot about men, but there's probably more, I guess, specific research that I haven't really delved into around men 55 plus. But we know that aged care homes and the isolation that people experience through that time or that period in their lives is hugely impactful on their mental health as well.